An issue. What is an issue? Well, an issue in negotiation is something that sets the agenda for our conversation. Issues often are tangible, they're measurable, they're fairly easy for us to find. And so if someone walks into your office and says, I want to talk to you about, you know that's the issue. They can define it, they can articulate it, they can describe it. That is going to be the agenda for the negotiation. Now what happens in the good old American culture is as soon as we define an issue, we take a position on it. And a position is really defined as a perspective. It's how I would like to see the issue resolved. And so very quickly, you tell me what the issue is, and I will tell you my position. And of course, the other side says, well, let me know what the issue is, and I'll tell you my position. And now all of a sudden, we've squared off for the moment of challenge in the negotiation process. Because if our positions are not the same, all of a sudden, we have conflict. And we get here so quickly and so easily because we think like this in the Western world. We don't think about the relationship first. We don't think about the community first. We think about, as an individual, what am I trying to achieve first? And so it's not hard for me to figure out what my position is. And if I get you to buy into my position, the negotiation's over. But what if I can't? What if I can't get you to agree that my position's right? And what if you can't get me to agree that your position's right? Now what do we do? Well, in some cases, like buying and selling in a transaction, we might take our positions and begin to modify them and find a third position, like Vic's video, where you successfully said, it's not this, we danced a while, and it's this. And so in some cases, we can do that. But not everything is divisible that way. And so sometimes we get a little frustrated, and I think, well, I can escalate my position just a little bit, and then I will prevail. And you say, well, if you're going to escalate your position, I'll escalate mine. And pretty soon we have these escalating positions, we have conflict, and pretty soon nobody wants the deal we're trying to negotiate. I'd never deal with you if it's the last thing well, fine, it's fine with me if you don't, get off my property. It gets into this huge fight, and neither of us get what we want. See, we have to figure out now, how do I manage this moment, which we so easily get to because we have such a Western mindset. And the way we get there is through 4 words that are most important words I can share with you. They're the words, go below the line. And what they will do for you is remind you of this little drawing in the middle of your negotiation. And they're going to remind you that that adversarial, confrontive approach above the line at times is not going to work, but there's something else below the line that's going to be very, very helpful to you. And we describe that stuff below the line in terms of the word interest. Now, we think about interest, we think about something that is not very tangible, not very measurable, but interests are very, very real, and they tell us why people take the positions they take. So the things that drive us, they're the things that motivate us, they're the things that explain why we are in conflict here, and if we get them out, we may be able to be a little bit more creative. If we don't ever get them out, we'll never have that opportunity.